everyone, welcome to another Magna mods video. It has been a while. Unfortunately life gets in the way. What can you do? So today we're going to show you how to change your fuel filter. Now I've had my car coming up 3 years or 4 years and I know it's terrible, super terrible. I've never done a fuel filter in it, so I have been having issues with it lately, so we're starting with the basics. Fuel filters are number one priority at this stage. Now it is super windy today, so there probably, well, there may not be any sound, or if there is sound it might just be super windy, so I do apologize in advance. We're living in Victoria on a day where there's super duper wind warnings, so yay. So to do the fuel filter, as I say, we've not done this before, so you know, we might fuck it up. Shit happens. Hopefully we don't. We do have to jack the car up, which, you know, we'll be putting it on jack stands, especially because it's so windy. So a few things that you will need for it: trusty socket set, a fuel line disconnection tool, because from what I've heard they're a real bitch. And again, I haven't done one yet, so I don't know, but I'm guessing we're going to be in for a treat. And a fuel filter. Now, I was lucky enough when I checked this the other day after I bought it and brought it home. I looked at it and it's actually a genuine filter, so I'm not complaining about that. There are times you buy aftermarket parts and end up with genuine parts anyway, so fine by me. Righto guys, let's go get this car on jack stands and we will go from there. So just taking my car off the grass, because obviously I don't want to jack the car up on the grass. And I don't know if we're looking at the left or the right hand side, so I might even have to move it anyway. We'll soon find out. So the first thing you want to do once you've jacked up the car is basically release the pressure from the fuel lines. So what we'll do, there's a few ways you can do it. You can crank it by taking the fuel pump relay out and do it that way, or you can do it the lazy way, which is what I'm going to do, and literally just undo the fuel cap like so. So now that we're under the car, we're going to undo these two 12 mils here, and I have also put some CRC on this end, as you would have seen in the last clip, so just to make it a little easier, because they are known to thread, as pretty much anyone who's ever done one of these will know, because I read it on the internet, so it must be true. So I couldn't get it undone with the ratchet because you could just feel it stripping, so let me give my slightly bigger spanner. And if you've got a bigger spanner, try not to hit yourself in the head with it like I would likely do. And you don't want to undo these all the way, just loosen them for the time being. Now to get these asshole nuts off, you need a 19mm and a 14mm, and basically they go opposite directions, so the 14mm will come towards me and the 19mm will hopefully go away from me. And I might need Floyd's muscles for this one. Oh! No, you'll have to do that. So now that we've got them both cracked, we'll undo the 14. We're going to leave the 19B for now, so we'll just undo that 14mm. Which is a bit of a pain, because obviously it's hard to see, it's a pain in the ass spot, it's fucking windy, which pisses me off, but that's okay because it needs to be done. That's easier. And just be careful of any dirt that falls in your face as well, because it does tend to a lot. Ah.
bit.
And obviously be careful because you will get fuel everywhere, like so.
That'll be fine.
Now there's some tabs up here and some weird method that I'm useless at, as we've discovered, so Floyd's gonna do it and explain it for us.
Am I now? So with these tabs, one here, one on top, the way to get them off is first push in, then grab the two tabs, squeeze together, and it's meant to slide off like so. Sometimes they will be a pain in the ass, so persistence is the key, shouting is not. I've learnt that the hard way.
So now we're going to undo the filter from the housing, so we can obviously get it out properly. We're going to undo these two 12 mils that we cracked open before, and we're going to pull it out this way, not that way.
What way is that?
I don't know.
Wrong way.
And we're going to undo the bolts the right way, instead of my dyslexic way.
So the reason why we slide it backwards is because of the hard mount fuel line. The line going in is flexible, so easier to slide filter out from hard line rather than into hard line.
And preferably don't do this on a windy day when it's been raining, because you'll end up with fuel and water in your face like I am.
And that's funny.
It's not funny, it's gross. After Retina gave me a facial before.
Giggity. I'll save all the giggity references for later. You're welcome.
Alrighty.
Slide out away from the hard line. Done. And out from handbrake shoe. There we go.
Your fingers over the lens. Okay, so now we have to remove it completely from the housing. So we're going to undo this little 8mm nut right here, and hope to God that it doesn't strip and go the right way like I had it the first time, because I am a buffoon from the internet. And with my mad guns, for once, I'm actually going to undo it myself. Lovely way to spend a Sunday over. So we've just slid the filter out of the housing. Goodbye scrap. Put the housing away. We'll get our new filter and our O-rings.
Which are not needed for this application.
Yep, which we can make into a necklace for later use, because it looks like a necklace that I actually own. Undo the majiggies. Now which way did it go in? So now we can slide our new filter into our housing. Try not to be a buffoon like me and take it out and then go, oh crap, which way did it go? We got it figured out, lucky, because Floyd's a genius. I am not. And you just sort of have to make it fit in there. So we'll just put a bit of CRC on there, just so it slides a bit better. Some lubricant, just for people of the internet who love to make sexual references.
I'm one of them.
Yes, you are. I'm glad this is a job that I have not done before, because I don't want to do it again anytime soon.
We had two other cars that need fuel filters. What are you on about?
Yay.
You're boss mode, you can do it again.
There we go. Rightio. So you want it about halfway. Don't do a me and accidentally slide it down too far, because then you have to bash the thing back out. And then just do up your 8mm, and then we can put it back on the vehicle. You also don't need the little white tab that was on there, so we removed that in the meantime. You just sort of can rip it off basically with a bit of brute force. So the first thing I'm going to do now that we're back under the vehicle with the new filter in, I'm going to put the two 12mm back in so it holds it in place, so it's not being a pain in the ass and hanging on the fuel line, brake line, whichever line it is.
Handbrake cable.
And so that doesn't happen. Try not to do it with your mouth open like I do, because you will get shit in your mouth. It's gross. And I'm not sure if you can see, but I probably did over tighten this 8mm a little bit. It actually has pinched the casing of the filter. With any luck it won't affect it. I don't see why it would, but just in case, try not to over tighten it like we just did by accident. But that's okay. Righto, now that they're tightened, we're going to put a bit of CRC on the outer thread here.
Once we do those 12mm up.
Alrighty, so now my beanie is going to ditch me, so that can go over there. We want to put a bit of CRC, like I said before, just on this outer thread, not on the actual filter itself preferably. And get your face out the way because it's windy AF. And the fun part of getting it back in. Rightio, here we go. Is that right to do up there?
Yep.
Have to be really careful not to thread this as well. It feels like it's in there as much as it can be without needing a spanner, so let's get a spanner.
Push towards the table.
Alrighty, so we've just done that up off camera. It was a royal pain in the ass, so we didn't do it on camera because it would have just been 3 hours of us trying to get that stupid nut done up. So now we just want to pop that on, and there should be an audible click that's hopefully my head not crunching against a leaf.
Done.
Well, in our case there was no audible click, but the fact that it's not coming undone and clipped in as it should be with those little tabs is a pretty bloody good sign. Now we'll continue to do up those two 12mm that we were doing up before. And then we'll see if it runs. Make sure it's not leaking, of course. Yeah, done. Now before we go and crank it over, we will do the fuel cap back up. Now I would recommend when you crank it, make sure it doesn't leak before you put it back on the ground, just in case, but it's such a windy day today, we're not going to worry about doing it. We're basically just going to crank it and hope for the best. Just as a side note too, it's worth mentioning it's really not great to do this stuff with your car on jack stands in severe weather warnings. As you'll see, it's quite windy today. And there's been some pretty nasty gusts, so that's why we just sort of had to get it over and done with nice and quick. But let's see if it works. It's test time, now that I stink like fuel. Obviously you do have to get a bit of fuel through those lines because we did take all the pressure out and we did bleed them, so to speak. So don't be surprised if it doesn't start the first time. You do have to get that fuel running back through those lines and back through that pump and whatnot. So seems to be all successful. It's not misfiring. It seems to be running quite smoothly and nicely as it normally would. Hopefully there's no leaks. My fuel gauge is not going down at any rate at all, particularly a mildly rapid one, any more so than normal anyway. So yeah, that is how you change a fuel filter, guys. Sorry we had to do it so quickly and so rushed, and hopefully you can hear the audio. I guess I'll find out when I edit it and put it all together. As you can tell, and as I've said about a million times, it was an incredibly windy day today, so we did have to get it over and done with very quickly, especially, you know, with the dangers of putting your car on jack stands. No doubt some YouTube personality will tell us how dangerous that is. Yes, we are aware. Yes, it is very silly to do, but where's the fun if you don't have silly mistakes in your life? Didn't kill us, that's what matters. So that is it for today, guys. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to upload more videos soon. As I say, I have been having issues with this cranking lately, so if this doesn't eliminate the issues, I will be doing more things. So a cam sensor might be something I might be looking at doing, which is located in the distributor cap. And I also will be doing my spark plug some stage soon, so that will be on the cards as well. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you in next week's, well, not next week's, next century's episode. Thanks again.